Привет, друзья! Продолжаем играть в Golden City. Мы...
Oh, is that
Ой.
right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any others. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than live. All right, friend, suit yourself. Just...
Я думала, она одета. Ну, ничего себе. Знаете, что подумала? Давайте украдем эти травы. Что будет? Интересно. Он тут стоит.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
Я не хочу идти к этой бабе. Она опять меня заставит это, спасать бани. Что там? Идти.
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue. That's why I've got to get involved. So whatever you be doing.
Вот я везде поползаю. Ну, там-то прошла. Что тут места меньше? Угу. Здравствуй, Руфи.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation? Whatever.
Ну ладно. Показалось, там есть проход в стене. Так, я знаю, что мы оттуда пришли. Ага, вот я сюда хочу зайти. Маленькая палочка с прикрепленной губкой. Должно быть, римляне использовали ее вместо туалетной бумаги. Похоже, она предназначена для общего пользования. Лучше поскорее положить ее на место. Да. Общественный туалет наверняка использует пользование этими дырами сопровождалось использованием губок на палках. Да, чувак, тебе очень не повезло, тебе в самый неудачный момент настигло. Всегда помни, они наблюдают. Это да. Да уж. Прям, мне кажется, он самый невезучий. Ну-ка. Здесь Теофил устроил оргию с 4 девушками. Главный мир не разочаровал их всех. Да. Наверное, нужно быть уверен в своих силах, прежде чем оргию устраивать. Ну, наверняка они тут куда-то, конечно. Не смотри на меня. Найди меня. Фонтан с пресной водой, который поступает из акведука. За ним, а если вода выпадает в город через акведуки, то, возможно, получится избежать через них. Нет, ну как бы, конечно, логично, что вода как-то поступает вниз. Конечно. Еще вниз тут. Ого. То есть мы как бы не... Прикольно. То есть получается, там если падать, то еще есть куда падать. Да. То есть мы не на дне вот этого ущелья. Обалдеть. Так, здесь я вообще никогда не была. Это что? Записка от Неви. Я собираюсь, не пытайтесь идти за мной. Ничего хорошего из этого не выйдет, Неви. Конечно, идет. Ну-ка. Блин. Давайте возьмем. По лицу. Все, да? Не выйти вот из этого дерева, получается. Ладно. Хорошо, когда меня не коцают. Камень. Камень, да. Он видит через их глаза. Кто он? Чего она на меня не смотрит? Что, не горишь? Так, попасть в дворец. Парадный вход закрыт, должен быть другой способ попасть внутрь. А давайте нам покажут. Нет? То есть тут своего рода тупичок. Что это плюта тоже? Тупичок это я, походу. Так, там стена. А, лестница. А издалека как будто стена кирпичная. Прикольно выглядит. Изобретательный способ — это добыть ключ. Интересно. Это изобретательный способ. Или что-то более изобретательное. Так, что-то у меня тут сохранение прошло. Хочу вниз, хочу тут осматривать все. Тут падает. Чуть небо, что ли, опадает? Я попробую тебе помочь. Ну попробуй, помоги.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned. Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labour for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. If you like. I'm afraid not. Although I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin? You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. there were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Orpheus. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Ну, блин.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Давай же.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord, that poor lamb. Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess
Я в
that
шоке.
means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Еще главное, выдается, скажите-ка ему вот это вот.
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Я помочился на виллу Малеола и остался безнаказанным. Ага, конечно, прыгай. Иди ты. Тут. Куда он упал-то? Топ-топ. Пойду я за ним. Чё мне? Меня за ним. Чё вверх? Как нам пройти испытание, если не знаем правил? Вот это, кстати, вот прям... Это просто прям то, что нужно. А, ну да, я же вокруг пошла. Сейчас бы все тут застрять, вообще было бы шикарно. Как нельзя вниз? Ну, как бы оттуда, по-моему, нет другого, да, выхода. А, только если вниз спуститься можно было. Ого. Блин. Ну, тут, в общем-то, довольно-таки рисково жить-то. Должно быть. Ну, если люди хоть немного вниз смотрят. Блин. Как туда попасть-то? Это у нас ладно. Ну, может, какой-то есть проход через низ, так сказать. Это у нас что за ножка? Примитивный керамический таз с мочой. Возможно, они хранят ее для цели типа отбеливания вещей. Отлично вообще. Так, давай пока ты не сорвалась. Я хочу посмотреть, откуда. О, вот она. Капец, ну я лошара. Посмотрела, добавилась, в общем. Блин. Но зато мы знаем, что от этого можно того. Так, аккуратненько сейчас подходим к краешку. Так, смотрим. Не смотрим вниз лишний раз. Так. Так, а что тут эти-то такие маленькие? А, типа сразу залезает? А там что сразу не залезал? Она что там? Вот сразу. Тут так вот не... Ой, ладно, короче. Зачем интересно такие вот местечки? Ой, бы не упасть опять. Это типа чей тут кабинет, дом? Там так вот я только в самую даль не ходила. Где этот? С луком. Сейчас Ава.
Are they?
Так этот, что за телепортатор? Ну-ка. Скотина стоит тут. Как не хочу к ней подходить. Иди-ка. А, да, ты тут. Не, можно как-то ее прям вот обойти? Нет.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, but you have to do. Are you daft or just callous?
Так, я не хочу сейчас это вот, честно. И такая все прятаться перестала. Эй, чё? Это я, да, виновата.
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her! Oh, Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl! I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you.
Я совсем забыла про этот. Отлично, завязываю, такая молодец. Господи, что у меня за любопытный нос этот вот, а? Меня бы еще кто-нибудь спас отсюда. Давай, 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 давай. Что такое-то? Да блин, а что такое-то? Так. Угу. Так, друзья, я выбралась. Говорим пополам. Больше не буду скакать по всяким этим. И тут же полезла куда-то. А, это вот стирает надписи всякие плохие. Похоже, здесь недавно кто-то проходил. Ну, какая она классная внутри. Угу. Мамочка, почему темно становится? С и контур отлично. Так. Господи, не могла убрать фонарик. Водичка. Блин, стрёмно тут. Сидит.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name? It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here? Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the golden rule? You have much to learn. It's best if you figure it out on your own. Come back once you've made progress. Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. Ask them about their stories and see if you detect a pattern of some sort. It is best if you come to this realization for yourself. You would never believe me if I told you.
Как бы многие, да, наверное, заметили, что он тут несколько лет. Блин, страшно, капец. Так, хочу вниз сходить. Там какая-то решетка. Ванна превращенная в довольно эксцентричную кровать. Видно ничего там.
Ah, you've returned.
Мамочка. И чё, вот я сейчас прыгну вниз, и мне больше никак не забраться будет. Господи. Я не знаю. Вообще, по идее, я туда пришла, хочу сходить туда. Всюду валяется что-то, то одно, то другое. Греческая лира, на которой играли, ударяя по струнам электрон. Разваливающаяся греческая скульптура. скульптура женщины. Похоже, она здесь очень давно. Блин, я выбрала не тот путь. А, так я вот здесь упала, вот отсюда. Все понятно. Я как бы, да, сюда и пришла, когда спустилась. Ну, прикольно, да, такие пещерки. Загрузочка. А если тут кто-то был не очень давно, то этот о чем? Похоже, кто-то сломал ее проходение. Похоже, кто-то этот еще знает про это местечко. Надо править себя. Блин, да ты чё, мне к этому мужику идти осталось? Все, да.
Stop right there.
Да, я знаю, куда ты ищешь.
I'm not sure I believe that. I am here with...
Да,
So, is that understood? You are not off to a good start. I would... Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words? Well, I'd say that's rather convenient, since I'm...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Другое зло невелико, если не последнее. Что это мне? Пришла к тебе смерть. Она была бы... Ну, по крайней мере, мы открыли кое-какие новые локации. В принципе, прошлись везде, кроме этой злополучной бани.
I don't? Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Of course. What did you want to know? Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know? I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me. I suppose you're right. Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it. I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again. That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes. Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? All right. See you around.
Ну что ж, друзья, мы так немножко задержали видео. Зачем-то я решила с ним поговорить. Это прекрасно можно было сделать в следующей серии. В общем, на сегодня все. Увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.